up here in a campground right now. It's our first time being in Low Gap Campground. Everybody knows about it. It's right above the hooch. The Forest Service guys told us that they've seen a lot of fish every time they drive their car over this little place right here. There's a lot of fish right below. So we're gonna come up here, see if we can find these fish and pluck a few out. There's Tristan. He's itching to make a cast. We're gonna see if there are. I do see a trout. There's a trout in there. Think he's gonna bite?
I hope. He hit.
I guess the Forest Service guys are telling us the truth. They said oftentimes when they stock, and they're up here every week, they just sit in these holes, and they're deeper than you think. They're, you know, a good 1.5 feet, maybe about a 1.5 feet deep. The trout are just sitting there waiting.
Fish on.
Got him. Well, we're not breaking any world records right now, but guess what? Forest Service guys are telling us the truth. You know, what's interesting is when we got up here, there's a hole at the other end of the campground. There's about 5 guys in that hole. And they said, hey, they stock all throughout the campground, but the deepest hole is down there at the bridge when you come in. So they stayed down there. There's fish everywhere scattered throughout here. We're gonna walk our way through and see if we can pick a few off.
Get that for you.
That's actually a pretty good one. Where was that?
Oh, it was right in that little hole down there.
A lot of people don't like using salmon eggs because they're messy. They get all over their fingers. I'm going to show you an alternative to using salmon eggs. How about fireballs? These are the red fireballs. These are pretty awesome. They look just like salmon eggs. Feel just like salmon eggs, but without the mess. So what I'm going to show you here is a size 12 fire hook. They go in like so. And there you have it. Looks just like a salmon egg on a hook.
So you guys just saw the fireball go on. You know, in these little small streams like this, you got to find little pockets of water, tiny little pockets of water. There's going to be trout in them. We're going to work our way all the way through this campground and do the same thing, but we're hoping Troy gets another chance right here in this little pocket down there where there's a couple trout hiding behind the rocks.
There it is. Woo. Going over. Trying to go over. Nice fish. He almost lost his favorite bait. Now he's into me. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh God.
I see him.
Pull him out, Troy.
He's a brown.
Is it really?
Brown.
You better get him in then, Troy.
I can't, he's stuck.
You can't lift your rod?
Fire bait. Hold my fire bait. There he goes.
It's a rainbow.
Rainbow. Looks like it.
So a lot of people say, oh, you guys aren't using what you really say you're using in your videos. I got news for you. This dude incriminated himself. Take a look. Tristan, turn towards us real quick. After you hook this fish. No bite on that cast. But look, see that? I think he's been using garlic salmon egg.
Oh.
All right, so what he's doing here is he's fishing garlic salmon egg under a float. You're gonna see right there, he's gonna dip on in, put a little on there. Okay. Just like that, just like so. And he's got it on a float. Where are your weights at? Weights right here. So the reason why he's doing that is obviously firebait float. So if we use a float, we got to use a weight on the bottom to bring that bait down because we're catching and releasing fish here. Get him. Troy. You want to throw it to him? Teamwork. Woohoo! Little bow. Oh God, I saw him smash it. All right, one thing you have to be really careful of when you're up here is poisonous snakes, guys. We almost just got bit by one. It snapped at us and we saw it, luckily. We're gonna show you exactly what's going on here. Take a look at what blends in to the mountains here in North Georgia. There it is. Got to be really, really careful up here. So Troy was walking and what happened?
I was walking up to get a hook and I felt something hit my rod and I looked down and I jumped back because I saw diamonds.
Woo!
And those are diamonds you don't want to see.
Yeah, welcome to North Georgia, folks.
Wow.
Be careful. Now, if you live in North Georgia and you enjoy camping and trout fishing, Low Gap Creek is a perfect place for you to put on your list. Now, this is the first time we've ever been here before. We fished the WMA, Chattahoochee WMA today, and it was just one of those places where we fell in love with. Reason being, it's a small stream and it's stocked every single week by the Georgia DNR. By stocked every week, we're told that they stock anywhere between 400 to 600 trout around here each week. That's pretty impressive. And we're talking about March, April, May, June, into early July if water conditions permit. Now, that changes year by year. You know, it's hopefully every year is a wet year where they can stock it longer. Now, this was a very interesting thing for us because, you know, there's a bridge where you cross right in before you see the Low Gap Campground sign. And that bridge has the best hole on this section of the creek. When we got there were two people fishing there, and obviously we're not going to walk in on them. We let them have it, talked to them a little bit, and they said, well, we heard they stock up in the campground too. Well, when we walked up in the campground, it got even more interesting. We talked to the boys from the Forest Service that were up there spraying for weeds, and they said, you know, we were driving our car across the creek right here. There's a paved road. You'll see it when you come up here. And they said, we saw a lot of fish sitting right next to the road. So we went over there and caught a couple of those fish. And sure enough, as Troy was walking to go make another cast, he saw something snap and strike his fishing rod. Well, sure enough, it was a snake. It was a poisonous snake, as you're seeing right here. And we almost went and fished right in that hole. Now, this is North Georgia. Snakes are common. You got to be on the lookout for them. But that kind of will be our memory from this creek. Now, sure enough, we walked up and down the campground, and we caught fish in probably 5 or 6 different holes. Some of them had 1, some of them had 5, some of them had 10. They were scattered all throughout the campground. It just shows you that if you're willing to walk a little bit, there's an awesome fishery here for you. Now, all of our fish today came on 2 baits. They came on red fireballs, which we don't use a ton on video simply because these guys are so addicted to salmon eggs, they never want to switch. But the red fireballs actually outfished real salmon eggs today. You know, they're imitation eggs and they work really good. Tristan, as you can see from the, I would say, garlic salmon egg firebait all over his clothes, his vest, his nose, his hands, his fingers. Boy, does it work good. Now, he put little balls of that, and both these guys fished them on fire hooks with fire flows, and we had a great time catching and releasing trout right here in Low Gap Campground. If you're somebody that enjoys camping and fishing, it's amazing to us that the Georgia DNR is willing to drive all the way up here weekly and bring these fish for people just like you. Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.